Hey YouTube, I'm back again with another video. This time, this is the version of the vanity, but this is a quicker version. I sat down, I did it over, I got my measurements right, I got everything cut out. That way, the one that was before was a bit longer, but this one should be easier to follow, just in case you want to make it without having to go through the hour and a half long one that I did before, because I was doing it with you and I had never done it before. So this is the version that is faster. So I have my pieces already cut out, because if you watched the video before, you'll see how I had to cut it out if you are familiar with foam board and that sort of thing. So this is the front side. Remember before, if you watched the other video, I ended up cutting this part when I shouldn't have. I should have left it whole. This is the way that it should have looked. I'm going to flip it over to the back. Now, when measured, this measures from top to bottom 12 and 7/8. Now, you may have to adjust your size accordingly, but when put together, this 11 and a half, 11 by 8.5, it's on the landscape side. When placed together, the 11 plus the 4 1/4 equals out to be 12 and 7/8, roughly. This is just your regular 11 by 8.5. So you'll need this one. You'll need two pieces that measures 11 by 8.5. This is the top that opens up. This is the bottom part. When you open up the top, when you look down in the top, you can see that on the inside. So that's the bottom. It's the same measurement, 11 by 8.5, and this is borderless, a true 8.5 by 11. I've already put the acetate in it. I cut it out, and I put the acetate in it. This is the back side. So you need two of those. You'll need one piece, which is the front, which measures 11 by 4 1/4. You'll need one of these, and this is the back side. And then you'll need two panels that measure 8.5 by 4 1/4. Two of them. This is the back side of those. I hope I'm getting you in frame good enough, but as we go, you'll still see. So we're going to put it together. And then I also have a project share after I get done putting this together that I want to show you, and we'll do a tutorial on that after I show it to you. Well, in the next video. So we're going to set this up. We're going to get our bottom piece, the one without the window. This is our bottom piece. We're going to put this and attach it to this. Okay? I've got my knob for my top part of my vanity. When it lifts up, I've got the top part, and then I've got these flat back pearls that I'm going to use as feet. I've got 4 of those. I'm gluing the bottom part, top edge, and I'm going to butt it up against this part. I'm not going to sit it on top. I'm butting it up against it. And I'll show you. moving it around so that it don't stick to the mat. I'm going to take some glue. I'm going to run it across here to kind of reinforce that, to give it some extra stability. And then I'm going to use a extra piece of foam board to clean this glue up once I lay it down. It's this piece of foam board. Okay, let me show you how I've got it. So you see it doesn't have, here's the bottom. I didn't sit it on top of this edge. I butted it up against it. You see how I butted it up against there? Okay, so we've got that part done. Now we're going to go to our two sides. The glue strings I try to keep under control. I glue one side of this 8.5 by 4.25 panel. I glue the bottom and one side, the side that's going to butt up against the base of this board. And I've got to turn it in order to get it right. You don't have a whole lot of time to prep, so you gotta get it in there and get it right. That first video, it was, like I said, it was me trying to demonstrate it from when I had first saw it and created on my own. So this one is the version that should have been the first one. Okay. See how that goes. And you see now I've laid that on top, because I need to lay this on top in order for when I put that front panel on, everything will be flush across the front. I'm going to work on this side. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Making sure that you've got your sides right. Oops, excuse me. I'll try and put the measurements in the description down below. Don't want that there. So you gotta be careful. And the older I get, the less steady my hands are. You see, I'll be worried about the glue strings and I end up kind of messing up a little bit. I messed up a little bit on that side, but you really can't tell. It looks like it's part of her dress. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit more glue on this one. See, I'll be messing up and doing. Oh, it's okay. I can reinforce it like this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to And it's okay because this is for my little girl. She don't care about stuff like this because she gets stuff like this all the time. But I want to get it right. And see, I'd be messing up on my videos thinking that I'm doing it right, and I'd be totally messing up. See, the other side did okay. Now we want to get up here and start clowning, huh? Put that down. Put this down. There it goes. For some reason this side don't want to stick, but we're going to fix that. I'm doing the same thing on that side that I did. I'm going to do the same thing on this side I did on the other side. They say if you use a hair dryer that'll help with the glue strings. And then they also say that if you put the glue sticks in the freezer, that cuts down on the glue strings. I haven't tried it. And I can clean all that up afterwards, but it gets on me so bad. I don't know, I'd be messing around with it and I should just carry on, but I can't help it sometimes. Okay. So we've got that so far. So that's what it's looking like so far. Show you the sides. The back. And then the bottom. Okay. Let's keep going. So far so good. You see, like there's this brown dot here. I don't know where it came from, but that drives me nuts. But I'm going to move on. Okay, so now we've got our front panel part that we have to work on. I'm going to stand up on this part. Okay. Now I didn't have to adjust any of my measurements because I measured before. And I almost think that I should have measured my front because it's just off just a little bit. Like it should have made it a little longer but we're gonna keep going. Or is it that I need to? No, that's right where it's supposed to be. But I mean, you know, this is foam board, so you know it's not going to be stupid perfect, but you just do the best you can. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Just working with the front, making sure everything's flush. Okay. Now we've got our top. I've got my 2 pieces of hinges. I got these off of Amazon. They come 12 to a pack. And you know which side goes where because the sticky side is right here. So where you remove the the protective film, the sticky paper, in other words, I guess. That side. And I guess, as you continue to record, your videos get better and better. Of course, you're going to always have little mishaps that happen, especially when you're trying to demonstrate something. Okay, there's one. And then I told you that when I put these on, kind of dents down in the middle. If you were giving this to someone, I would definitely put that third hinge in the middle. But since this is for my daughter, then I'm not worried about that, because she'll probably step on it anyway. Get the stuff out of it and then step on it. Or put her dolls or something in it and have it all kind of torn to pieces a little bit. But she do okay. She's not totally bad when it comes to the stuff I make for her, because she actually likes it. Let's see. I want to kind of measure with accuracy when you place the other one down. Okay. I know you really can't see the top, so bring it down. Then I have a Lazy Susan, I just haven't went and gotten it. But I think I did better this time than I did the other time. So like I said, this is connected. I didn't separate it like I did before. I kept it connected, and I connected the two pieces back here in the back so that I could make it one whole piece. And when it's a whole piece, it measures 12 and 7/8. And then you've got your top and your bottom, which is the exact same size, which is 8.5 by 11. And then your front is 8.5 by 4.25. No, 11 by 4.25, and your two sides are 8.5 by 4.25. And that gives you this. Like I say, you may do some adjusting and may have to adjust, but remember, like I told you, that middle kind of sinks in a little bit, which is the reason why I would probably do a third hinge right there, because that sinks in. But it's for my little bitty bug, so I'm not really worried about that. We're going to go ahead and put the knob on. I'm gonna put it on with hot glue this time, because like I said, with her, she really don't care. So she like anything I give to her, so it don't really matter to her. So we're gonna put that there. And then I told you I was going to put the feet on the bottom. Let's go ahead and take care of that. I've got a big old mess over here. I stuck my arm in the hot glue, so I got hot glue on my sleeve and everything. So see once I put that on. And I got the, they're called acrylic mini vanity knobs. That's what these are called. And these are plastic hinges. I just kind of get it on the corners. And I just put my flat back pearl right there. Got just enough wiggle room to kind of, make sure that it's where it needs to be. Don't take much. And like I say, it just kind of keeps it from being flat. Gives it just a little bit of height. Before I said put it on, gets it off the ground Gets it off, in other words, it gets it off the surface. Gives it something okay. That's 2. Then I had just found some coordinating flat back pearls. And the pearls that I had were perfect for this project. It they just were. They just give it enough just to lift it up a little bit. And like I said, those knobs the knob that I used at the top to lift the flap with, you could use that as feet as well if you wanted to. And like I said before, you know, it just depends on how much you're willing to invest in a foam board vanity. You know, it's up to you. It's all up to you. This is your project. You do it however you feel. I got glue strings everywhere, but we made it. And I hope that this version of it was better. Well, I know it was better than the first time. I'll show you the feet in just a second. See how I put the feet on the bottom? You can put one. You can put them right there and right there if you wanted to, but I just put them right there. Kind of lifts it up. Okay, this is Katina with Flawlessly Designed, and then I also had a project share. This is the Cutie Patootie 2, but I also have another project that I wanted to share. I'm going to do a tutorial on it next. And that's these keychains. You know, the hotel keychains that they had back probably about last year, maybe the year before. I wasn't quite sure when they did come out what to do with them and what I did with them. You know, it was a little something, but I wasn't totally impressed with what I did with mine. But I did think of something. Well, I didn't think of it. I seen someone do theirs one way, and I, you know, seen that, and I kind of made it my own. That's me fussing over this hot glue on my mat. Tells you how kind of, you know, I get a little wiggy when it comes to stuff like that. But these I got from Hobby Lobby. These are the acrylic keychains that people would put their name on and use vinyl on them. But I used my cabochons, my candy cabochons. This right here. Get a whole bunch of these, and they're just flat back. I used those, and then I used some flat back pearls. And then I used my UV resin and made this one. I had one send me some, what do you call these? We call these planner pieces. These are like flat planner pieces. And I got these, and I did that one. This is with the hotel key. And I got these, the acrylic clear ones from Hobby Lobby too. Okay, so I made that one. I made some small ones. I got these from Temu. They came free. Like if you got a certain amount, they gave you a little, you could pick a free gift. And I got these. I used that as my free gift. I didn't know what I was going to do with them at the time, but now I know. I made that one. And that's sprinkles. The fake candy sprinkles. That's what those are. I used to sell these in my Etsy shop. I made this one. This keychain came from Hobby Lobby as well. And then I used some string diamond rhinestone chain. The butterfly came from Hobby Lobby during the springtime. Made that one. This one is, I think, is my favorite. This one. I've got a lot of these bits and bobbles, but now you see that kind of faux diamond looking one. looks like a big piece of diamond right here. I got those from Dollar Tree, and they're vase fillers, but I used it for that. I've got this one. All of those keychains came from Hobby Lobby, the crystal clear ones. Then I have this Tiffany one. I think I like this one too. It's kind of big and bulky, but I don't know. I just like this one. I think that one is one of my favorites. Some of those hotel keys come from Dollar Tree too. They were selling them at one point. This one is a Michael Kors one. This is another one of those from Hobby Lobby. I put some of my pearl strings in there. I did it with acrylic. We're going to do a video on it. Got that one. That one I messed up on. It ain't as good as I like for it to be. It kind of messed up, but hey. I got this one. I did half of these today. Is that side, that's the back, and here's the front. That's one of my favorite too, I think. That one. And then this is the last one. So I'm gonna do a quick little video on that. But that's my project share. And I'm thinking that I could sell some of these. And if I was to sell them, they would run probably around maybe between $7 to $12, depending, because the smaller ones, they run around $5. The larger ones would run around $12, like these. These would be like around $12, or maybe, I don't know. It depends. I have to marinate on it a little bit more, but I'll tell you, if you wanted to purchase one where you could get it, I have my Etsy shop up and running here in a little while. It's not ready yet. If it was, I would put it in the description, but since it isn't, I can't put it there. But, you know, I did really well when I had an Etsy shop. It's just that the fees got a little bit too expensive. You had to pay even if you didn't sell, so I wasn't real fond of that. I had it for quite some time, but I just shut it down. But I think I'm going to reopen it so I can sell some of my goods. Again, my name is Tina with Flawlessly Design, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this will be the next tutorial. Thanks. Have a good night.